Back with another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did, and I spent the weekend camping. My first time camping at Botna Bend in Hancock, Iowa. And if you'd like to hear the story, well, watch the other show, Morning Coffee, and I tell you more about the weekend and how the camping went at Botna Bend and just my thoughts of everything that were there. So that is on the other show, which is already released on the same platform where you're watching this. Today, we have a special guest with us. We caught up with Karrie Tiarks. Karrie is with Midline Feed out of Underwood, and she has a wonderful business there and a growing business. And you know how big of a fan I am of entrepreneurs. So I thought, why not corner Karrie into being on the show, and she did a great job. That conversation is coming up here in just a few moments. In the meantime, Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. With 4 convenient locations in Trainer, also in Council Bluffs, Bellevue, and Elkhorn. They are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. Do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care all across the region. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. Joining us this morning, it is Karrie Tiarks in Underwood as she, well, you look like you're in your office there, Karrie, at Midline Feed. How's everything going today?
It's going great. How are you?
I am very good. Thank you. And thank you so much for coming on the show and being willing to talk a little bit about what it is that you do. I know that giving interviews this way is probably not something you're really familiar with, but your willingness to do it, to be able to spread the word more about Midline Feed, I'm very thankful that you've stepped up to the plate here, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I appreciate you having me.
So let's talk about Midline Feed. Well, let's just begin with what it is that you do there, and then get into a little bit of the history of it and talk about your why you do what you do. So just for folks who aren't familiar with you, what is Midline Feed?
Well, my husband and I started selling seed in 2001. We got married that year, and we knew that I wanted to stay home and raise our kids, and so we needed an extra income on top of farming. And so he started selling seed, and as the kids aged, I began to get involved in the seed business, and so I started the book work. And then over the years, I just, we just kept growing, and I knew that I wanted to do something in feed because I graduated with an animal science degree from the University of Nebraska, and I come from Western Nebraska area, and I knew I wanted to do something in feed. That the farmers and the feed people are the greatest type of people. I have grown up in agriculture. I drove tractors growing up, and I knew I wanted to be more involved in feed side since that's what I was educated on. And so I'll be starting my 7th year in August of Midline Feed, but I called up Kent Feeds, who had they had a mill in McClellan, Iowa that did really well for years, and that no longer existed. And I knew Kent Feeds had a name around the area, and so I decided, I'm gonna call them up and see if I can't have a dealership here. So that's what I did, and they delightfully said yes. So there's not a lot of feed reps in this area, so there was a need. And so I signed with them, and I started running this feed store. And I have retail, and it's kind of developed into way bigger of a monster than I thought. Now I cover feedlots. I have a nutritionist that comes in once a week, and we work together. So feedlots, pet foods, and all kinds of things here at the store.
So at the store, So let's talk about some of the different items you have there, because from as we were visiting before we got started, there's a lot there and a lot of options there that you offer to folks.
Yes, there is. We started with cattle was my primary cattle and horse, and then we just started growing, and now I do dog food, I do rabbit feed, I do show feeds. I took on a dealership with Umbarger Show Feeds, and that's been really good. So we offer a lot of things. We're expanding all the time. I'm adding wood shavings and more. Just more things for everyone to pick. So,
Is it kind of a little bit of a hidden thing that you have there? Because I don't know that everybody's aware of all that you sell.
yes, I have people a lot come in and they'll walk around the place and say, "Well, I didn't know you sold that. I didn't know you sold that." And also, I think we have built a warehouse. 2.5 years ago, we built a pretty brand new warehouse right outside of Underwood, a quarter of a mile. And I think a lot of people think it's just a big warehouse with seed and who knows what. So it doesn't really have at first the retail feel of a store, but I do have a pretty good sized store in one of the bays. And so, yeah, you can kind of look around and you can see all the different feeds that I have. And it kind of, surprises people what I carry.
How did you and do you continue? How do you make the decision as to what products you do carry?
Yeah, that's a good question. I do my very best to just if somebody comes to me and says, I really, want, let's say, beet pulp pellets. I mean, something that's kind of off the grid a little bit. I have multiple suppliers, and I just do my best to try to find them and get what they need. And then that usually picks up speed once people realize, oh, she's carrying that. Then the word gets around.
And so it really kind of starts then from your customers,
Yeah.
then it grows from there. So if I'm reading you right, a lot of these ideas actually come from folks that are already clients of yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Or else I a lot of times have people walk in, just see us off the road or see the Kent sign and they stop in and it's like, what do you carry or what can I get? And I'm very customer focused. I love the feed people. This is why I do what I do. John, my husband, always says, feed people can sit and talk about their animals for days, and you're such a good listener. And I think it's true. Like I could sit there and listen for hours to people to talk about their animals, and that just brings me a lot of joy. I love what I do. So.
Has there ever been a time when someone came in and surprised you with what it was they were looking for?
Yes. So I have a very funny story about that actually. Um, I had a guy one time come in and say that he had been drunk the night before and he thought he bought a dog, but he bought a goat, so he needed some goat feed. So, yep, that would probably be a top 10 odd moment.
Oh my. That's I'm imagining, some of those old horse trades that used to happen, that somebody sold him something that this is just the most unique
Yeah,
dog.
right, right. Very unique dog.
Was he at least in a facility or a place where he could keep the goat?
Yes, he said my wife was with me, so
Oh, well,
but
then
we
he's
will
off the
not say
hook.
names. We
Yeah,
will not
he's
say
off the
names.
hook. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
he's up.
off the hook with that. Where are you still trying to grow the business? Are you looking to add more things to it? What your business model there? I'm curious about as to where things are headed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am kind of a one-man show. I do run the feed pretty much by myself. We have some employees that will help me out from time to time, but my nutritionist and I make a pretty good team, and I think really we're headed in direction of feedlot business as well as cash and carry. I mean, cash and carry is easy because I'm here, And so when someone walks in, I mean, you're here, you're here. So I can build that, and I would love to expand that to the point of people just understanding that I do carry dog food and cat food and all kinds of stuff that they don't have to go all the way to the city. You know, I'm right here. So I would like to expand in that area in the pet food. And as far as the feedlot goes, we have a product called Experior that's really taking off in the feedlot world, and so we're always kind of going out and promoting that. Me and my nutritionalist. So yeah, I think, one day at a time, but yes, that's definitely, I want to grow, and I'm here already, so why not sell more?
That's a very good point. How far out does your client base go? I mean, how big of an area do you serve?
You know, I would say there's not a lot besides headed to Council Bluffs. There's not a lot in the area besides headed to Atlantic on the east way. So really, I mean, there's probably an hour. I do have some people from Ashland, Nebraska that come out.
Really?
Yeah, there is really there's there's just really a good area to pull from, I think, as far as the show feeds as well. There's not a lot of that in the area. So
There is something to be said that if you are drawing clients from that far away, there must be a reason for it. And part of it, obviously, you can say it's your product, and has to be the cornerstone of anything. But I've learned, and I hear it, I talk about it on the show, and I hear it from a lot of people that people buy not necessarily for the product, but who it is that they're dealing with. And it sounds like you have figured that out. And especially, having grown up on a farm and being able to speak the language, and that's a huge part of it. But still, you have to deliver on the other side of that. And from everything that I have heard, you're really good at that aspect too.
yeah, well, I appreciate that. That's a very kind thing to say. I do. I really, really desire for people to find what they're looking for, and it just gives me good satisfaction to be able to help people. So I love that aspect of it. It's by far the best part of the job.
Is it strictly have to come in to be able to pick things up? Is it stuff that they can order online? How does that process work?
Yeah, we have a pretty good website, midlinefarms.com, and you can go on there and you can look at different products that I offer, and you can also look at the tags on them, the nutritional value, and kind of look at what you might be searching for. I have a lot of people. My hours are kind of interesting. I do some deliveries. I do some feedlot work on the afternoons, and so I'm here 6 mornings a week. And so if you can't make it, like let's say you need feed at 6 o'clock at night, I have a guy today that I'm leaving out several bags for, and then he just picks it up when it works for him. So yeah, I do. People contact me all hours of the day, whenever they need something, and that's the nice thing about owning your own business is I'm pretty flexible. I mean, I can make it work. If you need to feed at 10 o'clock at night and you have a calf that needs milk replacer, I'm happy to, get it for you. So I think being flexible is key.
That's a big part of the reason for this show, highlighting these kind of stories and what life is like in different parts around our region. You go into a city, regardless of what the product is, you're not getting that. That's just not going to happen. But folks in your line of work and other industries in the more rural communities, it's how it is. And it's how it has to be, because very few people are working just a regular 9 to 5 kind of schedule. They have to fit things in so many different areas. So it's a really good point that you're making, that and it's great that we can highlight this kind of thing, because there are some folks in other parts of that aren't rural that get to see this. So we're trying to highlight that kind of lifestyle and what it means to live in a smaller community. And plus, I mean, you guys are in Underwood. You just had a great weekend. You had people around here were talking about the parade this morning. We had I was at a business networking group this morning, and somebody that actually had an entry in the parade was talking about it. It said that both sides of the street, there was no place to put a chair. Small town communities, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things going on in Underwood. There just really is. So I'm happy to be a part of that for sure.
Well, she is Karrie Tiarks with Midline Feed. And where can folks find your store? Where are you located at?
We are located on Railroad Highway, just outside of Underwood, a quarter of a mile. And it's a big warehouse. It's got a big sign out front that says Kent and DeKalb and all the things. And yeah, you can find us also on Facebook at Midline Farms, or you can find us on the website at www.midlinefarms.com.
Well, as I was doing a little research, I found some TikTok videos that your husband did. So I
Oh
think
yeah,
you guys
we
are
don't
out
want to
there.
work. We don't want to talk about those.
You're out there online though. You understand about the way things are done now, and how you can reach more people by getting out just like you are right now. So very thankful for your time. Congratulations on all of the success so far, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to hearing about even more in the coming weeks and months.
Thank you.
You see, Karrie, you did great. I think that you should start your own podcast. I think you'd be really good at it. I know that it was a little outside your comfort zone, but no need. You're a rock star and did a great job with that. So thank you so much for being a guest today. If you need precision metal fabrication done right, look no further than Foxco Fabrication. Custom welding, large-scale manufacturing, bringing your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Maybe you need some business cards made, metal business cards. I have them, and they have been a huge hit with anyone that I give them to. They also do metal etching on cups. They can do laser etching on glass and ceramic tile, slate tile, and also they can handle all of your welding needs too. So go to foxcofab.com to learn more. If you have a leak, a clogged drain, or planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. Fast, reliable service, expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. And Hayden Waldstein heads up that department. Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning is led by his dad, Travis Waldstein, who's also the host of the podcast Circle of Trades. Travis gave us a full update and prediction of what he believes is going to happen in the college football world for not just Iowa, which he's the biggest Hawkeye fan I know, but also Iowa State and Nebraska. So that is the latest episode of Circle of Trades. I encourage you to watch it. You can see it on Facebook. You can see it on YouTube, and you can hear the audio only version on Spotify. So again, Circle of Trades is the name of that podcast. That wraps up today's show. Thank you so much. Don't forget to watch Morning Coffee and tell you all about what happened at Botna Bend. There was one thing that, it got my adrenaline going. All right. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.